Hey everyone, my name is MDC9. Welcome back to another video where today we are going to be doing another lightsaber review, and today we have a big one. We have the Kylo Ren, the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren Force Effects Elite lightsaber. This saber is absolutely insane and honestly is probably the best quality saber I actually have. Now, this saber you can find pretty much, online, a lot of places, and you're gonna get it for around $300, which for one saber is a lot. I know for my maul I paid a little bit over $300, but that was for both hilts. So this definitely will put a dent in your bank account. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what you're getting. You take a look right here, you get the hilt. Honestly, if you compare it to the Galaxy's Edge, which is basically a complete mirror of the Ben Solo, just recolored and adding the crossguard emitters. But as you can see here, it's got some decent detailing. You can actually see, if you're looking closely, there are little brown splotches, and there's even a little bit of weathering on the switch. Not the switch, the other little nozzles. The wire actually comes out, which is something I haven't seen in a Kylo Ren lightsaber, at least not my old one, which does not function anymore. But yeah, you can get 3 blade plugs with this. They come with the saber. You get the stand, which is the classic kind of Imperial looking stand. You will get 2 pieces for the stand to show the saber off, and you will get this coin type thing. Now what this coin type thing does, it's got the First Order logo on it, is you're supposed to put it into the side and you're supposed to turn it so that these come out. Personally, I don't like the system very much. You can just as easily use your hands. It's not too terribly difficult. And then there is another blade plug here in the middle. And what you're going to do is you're just going to take this top little bit here, and you're going to unscrew it, just like so. And then it just slides out. Simple as that. Each blade plug actually does have a piece of crystal inside it, and I think that is really cool. It is not, when I say crystal, it's just plastic. It's not like an actual, lightsaber crystal, or like an actual IRL crystal. And I can understand that, it'd be cool. And then if you take a look over here, this is how you're going to set up the blade stand. You're going to take the small bit, it's going to go on the bottom. You are going to take the large bit, and it has to be in this orientation. It'll have to be pointing upwards. You slide that in, and then you take your coin, you take the coin, and you press it into the bottom where this hole is. And you might be wondering, how are you supposed to get this thing out? Well, as you saw, it was completely transparent, so all you have to do, poke your finger through and it'll come out. And the saber is going to rest nicely against it, just like so. The saber does have quite a bit of weight to it, from what I've noticed. And this is probably one of my weightier sabers, and that's not counting the Maul or the Dooku, where Dooku you cannot remove the blade, and Maul is obviously 2 hilts, so obviously it's going to be heavier. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Kylo Ren compared to the Ben Solo Galaxy's Edge. So obviously, first thing we're noticing, it's a completely different shade. Second thing we're noticing is there aren't any of the crossguard vents, because Ben Solo's obviously is not red. He has not cracked his crystal yet, so that's basically why it's like that. Personally, I like how this has this a little smaller. It's a little easier to hold, a little easier to grip and move around, other than the Ben Solo, which has a very prominent belt clip, and I understand that you have to be able to clip it to the belt, but honestly, it's just kind of ridiculous how large it actually is. It's very uncomfortable to hold. Like, you can see it's fairly large. And what I'm noticing from the Kylo Ren and not the Ben Solo is there is no carbon scoring here. If you take a look at the Ben Solo, all along this top area, you can see that there is a bunch of carbon scoring. And yes, you do get this on the vents, but you don't get it on the main emitter. So, I don't know. Now, if you're trying to activate it, you're obviously going to get a sound if it's not working, or if you don't have any of the blades. There it is. And if you do want to access the battery pack, you can use the coin, but honestly, you can do what I do with the Ben Solo, just palm it and then twist. So we're just going to palm it and then twist. It takes a little bit of effort. It's not too bad. Once it's unscrewed, you can take a look at this. Got a little bit of writing on it for saber, and it works. The battery pack is essentially the exact same as the Ben Solo, and it will require 3 AA batteries. That is 2 A's, and yeah, if my computer would stop glitching on the side, that would be great, but I don't think it's going to, so that's great. We're going to go ahead and put the crystal back in. Alright, it's not very difficult. You just kind of line it up with bits. You take the pommel, set it on, and then you twist it back in. Simple as that. I like using the palm because it's less risk of damaging the saber. You know, same thing with this. I'll just palm it. Just a little bit easier. But we're going to go ahead and put the Ben Solo away, and we are going to take a look at the blades. So with these blades, what you're getting is 2 vent blades and one 31-inch lightsaber blade. Alright, this is the same length as the Count Dooku saber, and it's the same length as what you get with the Savi's Workshop custom saber from Galaxy's Edge. Now, if you're looking at the Galaxy's Edge saber and the Kylo Ren saber, you can see the Galaxy's Edge has 3 prongs and this. With the Kylo Ren, it's just got this. And before you ask, no, these sabers are not compatible. If I were to try and take the Galaxy's Edge and put it into the Kylo Ren, not only would I have to remove the screw first, but it would not work. Same goes for the Galaxy's Edge, in which the blade for the Kylo Ren will actually poke out. Now, I'm going to go ahead and install the blades. So what you're going to do is you're going to take each of your hilts, you're going to line it up, and once it is lined up, put it in and twist, just like you would with Galaxy's Edge. And you're going to do that on the same side, the other vent. Make sure it's locked in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to unscrew the top again. This is the only way to access the emitter. You're going to take the blade, you're going to line it up, and put it in. Now, I'm going to take the ring again. Personally, I don't like the system. It just seems like I'm going to scratch the blade, which I find really annoying. Once this is screwed in, you can take a look at the ignition. Now, what you're going to do to ignite it, this is another pet peeve I have about this saber, is that it's this here. And I don't mind it being here. Like all the other, you know, there's a couple nitpicks for every saber, obviously. And for this, you are actually going to go downwards. So, there it turns on. And again, this switch is fairly sensitive, just like the Count Dooku. And something I was worried about when I first saw this is, oh crap, it's Black Series, the lights might not be, you know, good, and the sound might not be good. I love the sound. It's actually a little loud, honestly. But if you take a look at the Count Dooku saber, which I have right here, and if you turn this on, you can see the lighting, and then you turn on Kylo Ren, and you can see the difference. This is the Count Dooku, this is the Kylo Ren. Alright, you can see that there. And if you take a look, if you look very slowly at the saber, and it even rivals the Galaxy's Edge sabers. So I have the Maul saber here. We're going to turn it on. Alright. It's brighter. If you take a look, it is actually brighter camera-wise. This is Maul. You can tell. This looks like an actual lightsaber. You know, you can't really see the effects as well on the camera. They're there. It's very light red that's moving around. We're going to go ahead and turn this off. And you can just see how smooth it is. It is a very smooth ignition and deignition. And this does have somewhat smooth swing like Count Dooku, but unlike the Dooku, it actually does have flash on clash, and it will flash white when you clash it. So we're going to take a look at this. You can see how it's flashing white, and you might be wondering, why is it not this button here? That's because if you're pressing it, I don't know if you can tell, but certain parts of the blade will actually light up, and you will get a cool blaster deflection effect. And there's one more effect with the saber, which is towards the tip. And what you're going to do, alright, I know I'm holding a blade, which is a big no-no for sabers. Like I said, it's a sensitive switch. But I'm going to turn it on, alright? If you hold this button, you get a drag effect, and it goes red, orange, yellow, white. And I don't know if you can actually tell that there is any yellow, if I can actually get the blade in view. Can't really tell that there's anything there on camera, but it does work very well. There's actually two different sound fonts for this saber when it comes to ignition and deignition. There's the one you've been hearing, and then there's this one. I don't know if it's going to activate. And that saber font is more similar to what you see in The Last Jedi and some of The Rise of Skywalker. Now, the sound font, like I said, it's a little loud, honestly. And if there were any modifications I could make to the saber, it would probably be to cover up this keyhole. If I want to hit it, I want it to look somewhat screen accurate. And honestly, all in all, it is a very good saber. It is very worth the money. It honestly will rival a neopixel saber. And I know neopixel is an incredibly amazing saber when it comes to blade quality, but you can just see how it ignites and deignites. You can see, instead of it going in segments like you see with Dooku and Maul, you can see it very well with the Maul. You can see how it's turning off in sections instead of actually gliding down. And that's something you normally don't see with sabers, and you only really see them with neopixel. And I'm very happy with this saber. It is an amazing saber. And yes, there are pros and cons to it, just like any other saber. But, yeah, that's really all I have for today, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to tap the bell and share for more daily content. And hey, check out my other videos. I've got a bunch of other lightsaber reviews. I've got Count Dooku, I've got the Maul, and then I've got a couple others. And I might have another one soon. Kit Fisto? Maybe, maybe not. You never know. But yeah, you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.